and welcome to the DM's Journal. Today we are going to be discussing my Starfinder character, Amy Griddlebone, Captain Amy Griddlebone, ex-pirate and now captain of the Starfinder vessel, Ellie. So, because my D&D game is only able to be played every other week because of scheduling issues, one of my friends, a DM himself, who encouraged me to be a DM, decided to run a Starfinder game, which is great. I haven't played a lot of non-D&D, so we start playing Starfinder. And he asked me to be the captain. So I said yes, because who doesn't turn down the role at captaincy? I mean, right? You get to be a captain. I decided immediately to be a patra, which is a cat person. As soon as I realized that there was such a thing as a cat person, I was like, yep, sign me up. That's what I want to be. I made her, she's an all-black cat with, I made ugly little cat ears for her. And I even tried doing cat makeup and wearing like a black leather jacket, but it didn't really look as cool as I thought it would be. But I have these weird little cat ears. I like that it's a green headband because she has green eyes. She's an all-black cat with bright green eyes. So far in play, it's been fun. Some of the biggest challenges have been that this is Starfinder and not D&D, and I have only ever played D&D. I've played D&D 4th edition, I've played D&D 3.5, and I've played and DM'd D&D 5th ed, but I've never ever touched Pathfinder. So it's a completely new experience for me. I had to start over from level 1 and be like, okay, what's everything? Which is good, because if I ever have a completely new player at my table as a GM, I can empathize with them a little bit better, and I can try and help smooth over their frustrations at not understanding the rules, their anxiety at holding up the game because they're not understanding how to play right. There's a lot of frustration there as well, because you want to do well and you want to have this big epic fantasy, but you're sick there crunching numbers and it's really frustrating and you just want to pew-pew lasers spaceships and you don't want to do math. But you get through it and eventually you start developing things, which is fun. So I do like it. I had to go through a learning curve, which I learned something, so huzzah! The other challenge that I'm having and learning to navigate is being a captain when I'm playing with my friends. 'Cause I don't want this to be Star Trek. It's not Star Trek, it's Starfinders. And while yes, there is a structure and I am the captain and I give orders and yada yada, it can't become, let's do what Amy wants to do. It's sort of, I still want everybody to have agency and feel like they're having their own adventures. So I feel like there's a lot of responsibility on me to not only be a good captain in-game, but be a good captain as a improv player. That sentence made no sense. I heard myself speaking that, and that made absolutely no sense. I'm trying to be a good captain in the sense of I'm trying to role play as Captain Amy well. But I'm also trying to make sure that my role play as captain doesn't turn into a power trip. I don't want to start giving orders and not listening. I don't want to start it to feel like I do nothing but give orders and shut people down. There's a very, very fine line that you walk. Not when you're literal captain, but when you're playing a game with your friends. I have a responsibility to make sure that they are having fun, especially because I have been placed in a, however fake, position of power, because I am technically the captain, which is the highest ranking officer. So you have to, I feel like you have to walk that line very, very carefully. And I'm trying to do it as best I can. And I really hope I'm doing it okay. Nobody is sad that I've crossed any lines. So that makes me feel good. And Amy is something that I did not expect, because I'm trying to do that dance. and I like it. So the character that I thought she was going to become was a sort of an Errol Flynn, but more chaotic type character. More piratey, maybe more snippy, more sarcastic, but part of the problem is I'm not a very snippy or sarcastic person, and so it's hard for me to do that just off the cuff, because improv has never been my strong suit. Though I'm getting stronger because I'm both running a game and playing in a game, so I'm getting two different ends of improv every week, which is pretty nice. So instead of the sort of maybe meaner, more devil may care attitude, Amy is becoming a little bit more good, I guess. Maybe not good. I don't want to use alignments. She's becoming more, well, she's not turning into that fully formed, confident adventurer that I thought she was going to be. She clearly thinks she's that person, I think, or at least she wants to be that Errol Flynn devil may care. But the person that she actually is, when combined with the dice rolls and my just natural off-the-cuff reactions, and also the tone that the other players are setting, she's turning into someone that's a little bit more... she's turning in to this very unsure thing on the inside. There's a lot of insecurity in Amy that I didn't really expect to find, and I don't think it's coming from an insecure place in myself. It's just she cares a lot more about what other people think of her than I had initially conceived. Which, you know, I think that's true for most of us. I mean, I guess Amy's not really becoming anything, but I'm filling out the cracks in Amy to take her from the idealized version of herself to what Amy is in reality. And while her ideal version of herself may be this highfalutin Errol Flynn romantic, she's trying to be a leader, she's trying to make sure that everybody is comfortable and happy, and at first I was worried that I wasn't playing her right, which is silly because the only person who can tell me that is me, since I'm the one playing the damn character, unless I'm stepping on the toes of everybody else. But now that I am learning the rules a little bit better and figuring out how to play her in combat, I feel like I can focus on the role play a little bit more, especially during combat and tactical situations, and I can have a lot of fun with her, and she's becoming someone, and that's just exciting to watch. It's early days yet, we only playing every other week, the story's moving slowly, but it's moving, and it's exciting. And there you go. That's the DM's Journal for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back every Sunday with a new DM's Journal. You can check it out, and you can always follow my TikTok or my Twitter, or you like that? ARR. I'll put the links in the description. There, it's just Illuminati. If you search Illuminati, you'll probably find me. You'll see the little triangle, and that's me! Yay! So check it out, and I'd really appreciate it, and have a beautiful life. Coming